The clockmaker's secret. In a quiet village nestled between misty hills, there lived an old clockmaker named Elias. His shop was tucked into a cobblestone alley, its windows filled with timepieces of every size and style. The villagers adored Elias, not only for his craftsmanship but also for the peculiar magic his clocks seemed to hold. Legend had it that Elias's clocks didn't just tell time, they captured it. It was said that if you stood before one of his clocks and listened carefully, you could hear whispers of the past or faint echoes of the future. People often brought him their broken watches and heirloom clocks, hoping he could mend not just the mechanisms, but also the moments attached to them. One rainy evening, a young girl named Marin stepped into Elias's shop. She carried a small pocket watch with a cracked face. "This belonged to my grandfather," she said softly. "He always said it was special, but it stopped ticking the day he passed." Elias took the watch and studied it carefully. Its golden casing was tarnished, and the hands were frozen at precisely 10:17. He nodded and motioned for Marin to sit while he worked. The clockmaker's hands moved with practiced precision, but as he opened the watch, he paused. Inside was an engraving, "To the moments we cherish and those yet to come." Beneath it was a tiny, glowing crystal pulsing faintly like a heartbeat. "This is no ordinary watch," Elias murmured, more to himself than to Marin. "It holds fragments of time." "What do you mean?" Marin asked, leaning closer. Elias hesitated, then smiled gently. "Let me show you." He adjusted the crystal with his tools and the watch began to tick again. Suddenly, the room filled with a warm, golden light. Around them, fleeting images appeared, scenes of Marin's grandfather laughing by a fireplace, teaching her to fish, and reading her bedtime stories. Marin gasped, tears streaming down her face. "These are his memories," Elias explained. "The watch preserved them." Marin reached out, her hand brushing the images. "Can I keep them forever?" she asked. Elias shook his head. "Memories are meant to be cherished, not clung to, but the watch will always remind you of the love you shared." With a final adjustment, Elias closed the watch and handed it back to Marin. "Take good care of it," he said. As Marin left the shop, the rain had stopped, and the village seemed brighter. She clutched the pocket watch tightly, feeling as though she carried not just her grandfather's memory but also a piece of his time with her. And behind her, Elias returned to his bench, his own work ticking quietly toward another story yet to unfold.